If you don't have an email signature, you are missing an easy way to look credible every time you send an email. I'm a web designer that's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs set up their online presence. And today I'm going to show you how to set up a free professional email signature for Gmail in just a few minutes. Today, we're going to use a tool called Signature. I'll link it in the description. When you open up Signature, the homepage will look something like this. You'll just click the big Create a Signature button. The first tab that we're going to customize is this Contact tab. So you'll go ahead and add your name and title. I like to structure my title as the niche that I serve. So for me, I'm going to say web designer and story brand strategist. You might say certified life coach or profit first coach or whatever your niche is for your business. The goal is to immediately tell someone what you do. Next, you click the big Take a Selfie button. And here, I wouldn't actually recommend taking a selfie. Instead, you'll come over here to the My Device option, and then you'll click this paper icon and upload a photo of yourself from your computer. Once you upload it, it'll preview here, and then you can crop it if you want to, just to make it a little smaller, or you can change it to be a circle if you want. I'm just going to leave mine as is and hit save and then upload. Next, down here, it's going to give you a bunch of options to add your contact details, like adding an email or a phone number. In my case, I'm not going to fill any of these out because I'm assuming that if someone is looking at this, then they already have my email. And also, I don't really want my phone number in the email signature. But I will come down here and add my website address. And you'll see this preview updates every time you add something. So it's really convenient to be able to see what you're doing. All right, that's it for the Contact tab. I'm actually going to skip the Images tab just because I like a little bit simpler of a email signature. But if you want to play around with this just to see how it affects the preview, you're welcome to do that. On the Social tab, go ahead and scroll down and add the platforms that you are active on. For me, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube. So those are the only ones that I'm going to add. If you're not posting regularly on something, then don't include it. You don't want someone to click through and see that your last post was from like 3 years ago. Now, I will say that when you're pasting these links, you do not actually need to put in the first part of the link because it already pre-fills that. So for example, for my YouTube channel, I can just put everything that comes after the youtube.com and it will automatically know how to link it. So there you have it. I've pasted in my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my YouTube, and my Instagram. One thing I love about this tool is that it doesn't limit you to just like the top 4 or 5 platforms. It includes a ton. And for me, that's really useful because YouTube is definitely one of my top platforms and other email signature tools didn't actually have that as an option. Also, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the tech that is involved with starting up your online business, I actually have a free tech roadmap. It breaks down the only 5 pieces of tech that you actually need to get started in your business so that you can feel confident that you've got a scalable foundation. I'll put the link in the description, or you can also get it at jennielakenan.com/roadmap. All right, so last we just have the Design tab. This is the tab that we're going to do the most work on. So the first thing I'm going to edit is I actually want the logo position, which I don't know why they call it the logo because it's actually your picture. I want the picture to be on the left. So you see now that we've selected that, instead of the image being up top, the image is on the left. And I just think that that looks a little bit more balanced. The divider weight, I'm going to change next. Now, the divider is just this line between the text and the image. You can increase it to make it thicker if you want. I actually think it looks fine without it. So I'm just going to change the divider weight to 0. And that way it removes it entirely. For the font style here under text styles, it gives you pretty limited options, but you can just select one that maybe looks a little bit closer to your brand font. So I'm going to choose Verdana. You can also change the title font size, which is just your name. I'm going to increase that just a little bit to 16 pixels. And then I'm going to make the body font, which is like your title, a little bit bigger just so it's more readable. But now that's looking a little bit smushed. So I'm going to come back up here to text layout. And from minimal, I'm just going to change it to stacked. And that will put my title and my name on top of each other. But I do want the title to just be on one line. So I'm going to change the width layout up here to be a little bit wider. There we go. Now it's just on one line, which looks a little bit better. Coming back down here to colors. So the title color will affect your name and the body color will affect your title and everything else. I am fine to just leave those as black, but I do want to change the link color to be the red from my brand palette. So I'm just going to paste that hex code in here and you see it turns the link red. I think that I like that. Once we get the social icons done, I might change it. Social icons, I actually do want these to be red for sure. So I'm going to change the background color. Instead of having it be white, I want it to be my brand color. And then I want the foreground color to be white, which is just this hex code. And you see that looks much more kind of styled. I think the icons are a little bit too big though, so I'm going to make them just a little bit smaller. And then for the border radius, I'm just going to change that to 0, and that will make them perfect squares. If you wanted them to be circles, you could put it to 100%, but I like the way that they look as squares next to my circular image. Now that I'm seeing the social icons, I actually kind of want my website address to be black as well. So I'm just going to change that hex code to be black, but you're welcome to play around with this. You can also use the social icons brand colors as well if you'd prefer that by checking this box, but I'm going to uncheck it because I like the look of my red. All right, so now that you've taken a look at this, checked all the links to make sure that they work, you can just click finish. And what this will do is it'll give you a preview. It'll also give you some install instructions, but I'm going to show you in the last part of this video how to install this email signature on Gmail, so you don't actually have to worry about that. The one thing you might want to copy though is here. This says copy signature link. And what I love about this tool is it will let you copy that link, and you can save this and come back and edit this signature again within 30 days, totally for free. And if you want to be able to edit it forever, then you can upgrade for just a small one-off cost. So it's super reasonable and gives you a really nice email signature. Once you've copied that signature link here, just save it in a safe place so you can come back and edit this signature if you want to. And then next, I'm going to hit select preview here. This will highlight the whole signature, and then you can right click and choose copy. Now let's go ahead and install your professional signature on Gmail. First, go to your Gmail settings by clicking this cog icon in the upper right corner and then see all settings. Scroll down to the signature section, which is right here. Click create new, give your signature a name. I'm going to be very original and call it signature. Click inside the signature box here, and then you can go ahead and right click and hit paste. You'll see your signature appear with all the images and the formatting and links intact. Now, one more thing to do before we save is we need to scroll up to the images section here and just make sure that the always display external images is toggled on. This is important because if you skip this step, your headshot and your social icons might not show up when you send emails. So you just want to make sure that this radio button is checked. So when I told you to apply your signature, I actually missed a step in changing the settings. So when you're actually in your email settings, underneath the area where you put in your email signature, under for new emails, use signature, and that will actually allow the email signature to auto apply itself when you start a new email. If you also want the signature to apply on reply and not just when you draft a new email, then you can also choose signature here. I tend to just only have it when I'm drafting a new email. So I'm just going to have it apply under for new emails, use this signature. And then come down here and click Save Changes. Now, when you click Compose here in your inbox, you'll see that your email signature is drafted really beautifully, and you can draft a new email just like that. All right, now you've got a professional email signature in place. If you want to continue looking more credible online, check out my video here. It has a 5-minute social media networking fix that helps you connect with more of your ideal client.